It's the Don't Make It Weird podcast with your hosts, Daniel and Dinosaurus.
Oh, hello there. Welcome to the Don't Make It Weird podcast. We appreciate you joining us today. I'm Daniel Quigley. I'm one of the co-hosts. And guys, we are your writing, storytelling, comedy podcast for the writing community, by the writing community. And guys, this show just wouldn't be complete. It wouldn't be what it is today without my co-host. Because I'm joined, as always, by the worldly, winsome, wandering wench who whips the woodkin, Dinosaurus!
Whips some woodkin? Is that what you said?
Yeah, whips a woodkin. Whips the woodkin. I don't know. Is it a woodkin or the woodkin? I guess we should probably have to read it to find out.
Are you talking about a whip like a
that was good.
whoopsh, or whip
Like a
like
whip.
WIP, like a work in progress?
Yeah. No. Like you're whipping them. Like
I always wanted
physically
to I had a huge crush on this guy that was like into like not like okay, so like he lived on a farm and he was like really good at doing the
Yeah. He's really good at Okay.
He liked Indiana Jones a lot, you guys.
Oh, that's what it was. He liked India. Okay, I got it. Was he good at knots? Was he good at knots too? Was he good tying up things, Dina?
Obviously not, because we're not married. So. Oh wait, I got what you're saying. Ha ha. Tie the knot. I went with tie the knot. You. Okay. I'm so uncomfortable.
That was the dirtiest joke I've ever heard made on this show. I was like, oh, cool, casual BDSM reference. And then Dina was like, fuck yeah, it is.
Okay, well, hold on a second. What you don't get is Dina thought she was just making a joke about tying the knot, like getting married, but she was really making a joke about sex knots.
Uh-huh.
Beautiful, Dina. That was perfect.
No.
Bless your heart. Hey guys, if you've heard someone laughing here, we are joined by one of our favorite guests, a family member of the show who's coming on because, guys, it's finally happening. We're finally getting the Alex book episode. Well, close. We're still going to have another one where he actually has a book. But, guys, our guest this week is an author, a plant witch, an amateur Jell-O enthusiast, and a professional in the culinary arts. His Dungeons & Dragons real play podcast, Critically Stupid, publishes new episodes every Friday on YouTube and Spotify. Over the last year, we've followed him on his journey to publishing his debut horror novel, The Woodkin, coming out August of 2023. Folks, let's make it weird once again with our buddy, Alexander James.
What's going on?
Hey! Oh my gosh! I was sitting here and I was like, we really, for the number of times you've been on here, like we need your own theme music when you come in, like you know.
I
think
legitimately
because
almost
he's never
asked
had-
him to pick something out on YouTube Music Studio, like the royalty free stuff.
Mm-hmm,
Do something from Netflix.
But
I think you should have all your guests. I think you should surprise every one of your guests in the first 5 seconds with sing your own theme song. Go.
I love this. Alex, sing your own theme song. Go.
Why are we both stroking it?
Is that the girl from Ipanema?
You goddamn right it is, producer Sean. I am the
That's a
girl
hot
from
one.
Ipanema.
That's a hot one, man. I'm in.
Speaking of hot ones,
Oh, look
it's
at
really
Dina.
hot.
She's
Can we
got
just
a
talk about this
vest
so I
on
can
today.
take it off?
Got a vest on, Dina?
Are you going to tell us the best story, Dina?
That
'Cause
was
we've
the
been
So-
chomping at the bit.
smoothest transition
Alex,
I've
I
ever
need
heard.
confirmation. Did you send this?
What?
I need to
Fucking
know.
explode. No. Stop.
No,
Stop.
please,
Stop laughing.
dear God, tell
what
me
the
you sent
fuck are you
it.
talking about?
A mystery benefactor delivered
This
a
showed up
slightly
today,
used
yeah.
vest to her today on
Dude,
on
it's
all
coated
days.
in cologne. It's coated
all
in it.
days.
It smells horrible.
She received an oversaturated, stinky,
It's-
slightly used vest.
Like it's
Now she's like, okay, I don't know who this is from. This is going on.
That is insane.
yeah, and it had my name on it. So like I know that it wasn't an error.
No, I mean,
it smells
as
so bad.
much as I would love to take credit for that big old stinky waistcoat, but
That's
nah,
what
that
I
ain't
said.
me. That ain't me.
It wasn't me.
Yeah, okay, that's great. I love that. I love that for us. It's fine.
No, seriously, we started
That
the whole
was
thing
me
because
dressing up though.
because we had a secondary thing. We're like, all right, Alex. I was like a little offended because I was like, all right, Alex sent her, a vest, but not me a vest. But okay, fuck you, Alex. Fine. I'll make my own vest from just a cut off
Yeah.
t-shirt and just put it on over a polo.
Is that what that is?
Yes.
I'm also, unless my eyes deceive me, I do believe it is also inside out.
Yes,
It
yes, it is. It is absolutely.
I
inside
saw
out.
this and I was like,
There's
he's just an
probably
idiot.
like
But
a
like,
picture of Ren and Stimpy or something on the front that you had to turn inside out.
You can't fight with those copyright
Seriously, though,
lawyers.
all that I
Cannot
smell
fight
is
with
that
those
nasty
copyright
ass
lawyers.
So yeah, we had a
I'm gonna
whole
smell that
theme
cologne
of us
before I
all
die.
being in vests today, but now that we don't know how Dina got her creepy vest, I feel like
Hey,
it's
man,
a little
I
less.
mean, I'm also invested in the show.
Hey!
You know what? If Anthony said that on your show, you would
I'd
fucking
fucking
threaten
murder him.
his life.
You love puns, though, Alex. It's true. I'm sure.
He's well known
Oh.
as a pun lover.
They are the lowest form of comedy. Did we literally get Dina out of the show? Like, she literally just quit.
Yeah, she's gone.
Yeah, I'm still
she's
here.
gone. So, guys, and there's a fourth mystery voice you've been hearing as we go on this journey into madness with Dina's vest. Guys, I've never had to knock on wood, but I know a producer who has, which makes me wonder if Clippy could. It makes me wonder if I've never had to. I've better knock on wood. And I'm glad I haven't had potatoes yet, because I'm sure after today it isn't good. That's the podcast zaddy that I get. Producer Sean.
do you?
Yeah, buddy. What are you drinking on?
It's a Modelo.
Oh, okay.
Me? This
Sorry.
is the Modelo.
Sorry, I'm in baby mode right now because it literally looked like a bottle, like with the way that you were like holding it up there. Like, what the fuck is happening right now?
Hey, man, if you
Yeah,
don't
that ain't
recognize a
happening. You guys-
Modelo by the silhouette, what are you even doing here?
What are we even doing here?
Do you guys think that maybe the shoe guy is back and he sent a vest instead? Do you think that's
Is
his
he going to
cologne?
complete the ensemble for you?
He's just wardrobing you bottom up.
Yep. And he
Listen,
purposely skipped
What's
the
next?
bottom.
A pair of silk Aladdin pants?
I just want you to wear your dinosaur shoes and a waistcoat. That's it, baby.
That's the sexy time outfit of my dreams.
and guess what? Dina's in her own romantic comedy right now because there was one joke.
Yep, that's it.
The average
That's
don't
the
make a weird
qualifier.
episode.
All that I smell is that stupid ass thing
That
too.
was rough, Alex. Thank you.
Yeah, that was.
That's what she said.
We hope. And it begins.
And here we go. Guys, if you wonder what we're doing every time you hear that alarm, maybe it's the first time in the show. We play a little drinking game here. What is it, Sean?
We have a series of buzzwords.
Buzzwords. Oh,
We have
We're
a series
all
of
stroking out today.
yes.
We have
sir.
a series of buzzwords that, if heard, will be triggering a buzzer like this. If you hear it, that means it's time to drink. Also, we are all participating in Buffalo, which means we are all drinking with our offhand. We are all naturally right-handed, so we're all drinking with our left hand. If we're caught drinking with our right hand, we get buffaloed and have to chug our drink.
And Alex has promised us he will absolutely not get buffaloed today. Is that right, Alex?
Not today.
Yeah, Alex-
Not today,
Alex
Kelly.
took
Not
some
today.
precautions.
Yeah, Alex, would you like to share the precautions
going
that
out,
you
Kelly.
took with me? He's got
So for the
essence.
listeners, he has a Y on his left hand and an N on his right hand.
Just so
That's
he
right.
can make
I
sure
can't-
he doesn't
I
mess up.
can't wait to fuck it up later.
We didn't say this was a closed book exam, so you're good.
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, and
Have you
listen,
guys
sir,
ever cheated on a test?
Uh,
God is
I
watching.
don't
Think so?
No, not really. I've always kind of just gone for it.
How am I the only
really
one
good
that's
at taking
cheated in this
tests.
group?
Oh, sweet. Okay,
I
I've
was
also
really
cheated
good
on a
at
test. So
That
that
is
makes
an
me feel-
outright lie.
No, I'm honestly a good test taker. It's doing regular assignments I was terrible at.
Yeah. Same.
Like, ask me to do the daily worksheet. Fuck that shit. You want me to take a test? I'll take a test.
Listen, give me a Scantron. I'll answer C all the way down and still get at least half the answers right.
Get that 50%. That's right. But man, we're so excited to have Alex back on as we continue to check in on his journey as we get closer and closer to the release date. And if you guys tuned into our cover reveal episode, we just got to check out the cover. So for any folks that were maybe lazy, haven't checked it out, haven't gone to his Goodreads yet, Sean, do you want to pull up a picture of this thing?
Absolutely not.
Perfect. Well, let me just paint the picture for you guys. All right. There's this
Yeah,
dolphin.
describe it in great detail for
Yes.
us.
There's a dolphin. There's a chandelier, and there's a pair of eyes.
This is my book we're talking about?
Yeah, the Woodkin.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah. Yeah, you're right.
There's the dolphin.
There's the dolphin
Uh-huh.
right there.
Uh-huh.
See,
Uh-huh.
the big
Uh-huh.
big dolphin.
Mhm.
I see it.
That nostril area is the chandelier.
There's the machete.
Yep.
Got it.
No, the
Now,
nostril
and
is the
see,
little baby dragon.
people will give me shit about the shillelagh, but I remain that it is important to the plot.
Listen, it was a bold move, but I'm on board.
It's a
Golden
stylistic
shillelagh.
choice. And, everybody said, like, you can't put a shillelagh on there because you can't use a word you can't spell. And I said, watch me.
Yeah, you're a rebel. You're an agented author, which means that you are above all the other peasants out there, Alex.
I'm
You
above
do what you
nobody.
want.
My
I would
fan's
love
giving you the
Dina to spell.
middle finger.
I would love Dina to spell the word shillelagh right now aloud.
Yeah, let's fucking do it. I'm in.
F.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yep.
Got
right
it.
there. And then what's the second letter, Dina?
You.
Oh,
yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think
Got
I see
it.
where this is going.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay.
perfect.
See
Are you?
it?
You know what? I want to take an actual
F
shot
to
at
the
shillelagh
E,
here.
R, G, the
Can
I,
you use
the
it in a
Okay.
sentence, please?
The Golden Shillelagh is a game that USC and Notre Dame play for every year. The Golden Shillelagh. That is actually a thing for sports ball.
Is there a C in there?
The
No.
fuck?
She's
No, there
continuing
is
to
not.
spell out the yeah. Perfect.
Got it.
All right,
Winner.
real quick. Before I get us too far derailed, Sean, can you pull up Shillelagh so I can just give this a shot, see if I'm in the ballpark?
Oh, I know how to spell it.
No. Yeah, don't. You have to spell it, man. Fair and
Yeah,
square.
no, that's what I'm saying. It's gonna be SHAL.
Incorrect.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, I was close.
SHILLELAGH.
Yeah,
Shillelagh.
I had that. I had that
it's
locked
the
down.
it's the
I was ready.
AGH that fucks me every time.
It's a AGH. It gets us
I
all.
still don't. Ow! I just gave myself a splinter. I still don't know what that is.
It's a club.
What? Hold on. What are you playing with that just gave you a splinter?
I scratched my thigh with my fan and.
Oh, buddy. I'm proud of you. So, all right. So we have a original segment here that in no way was stolen from the We Have Issues podcast. And with, Stevie and Anthony, 100% don't make a weird original. It is the Accountabilibuddies segment. Normally with our Accountabilibuddies segment, we kind of all go around and share what we've been doing to hold ourselves accountable for in our writing process. But we want to take a little bit of a curveball here because we want to be accountable to someone who's become a rising star on Twitter who probably doesn't even know they are. And that is your guy, Riley. Why don't you tell us about Riley and give us a little update?
My guy, right? I'm surprised this boy is still alive. So, all right. What's up? It's your boy, Alexander James. In addition to stringing words together in a pleasing pattern sometimes, I'm also a chef professionally. It's my day/night job. And I am the executive sous chef of the nastiest band of fucking multilingual rapscallions you've ever met in your life. One of whom is an 18-year-old line cook named Riley, last name unknown. It's not unknown, but I'm not going to say it right now because I'm not going to dox one of my employees on the internet. But I learned some months ago that Riley has nicknames for food and food equipment that he just casually throws in the middle of sentences like we should all know what they are. And every now and then they're cute. Sometimes they're annoying. Sometimes he throws them out in like the middle of a Friday night service and I want to beat his head in with a cast iron skillet. But I've got an exclusive for you guys. I got one that's fresh out of the mouths of babes.
Hell yeah.
He said it like just the other day. So
You're going to give us a chance to guess what it is before you
obviously,
reveal it,
yes, obviously. And if you get it wrong, I will mock you the same way I mock everybody else on Twitter that guesses wrong.
Right? Excellent.
Yes.
So if Riley is, let's say it's a slamming Friday night service. You're working on the line. You are consumed by sweat and pressure. You're wiping your eyes so that you can see like the hazy letters on the ticket so that you know what you're getting fucked by next. And then you hear an idiot little Red Bull and Coke fueled voice from your left ear say, hey, chef, can you put the squeeze on me? What are you handing Riley?
Lemon.
Explain yourself.
Wait, can you put the squeeze on me? He says.
Okay,
I
can you
will not
back
be
up a little
rex-
bit because you said Coke and Red Bull. Are we talking
did.
about cocaine or are we talking about
Absolutely, yes.
Coca-Cola?
Yeah,
I mean,
lots of cocaine.
My man,
It's what
you know
fuels
what's fucking
masses.
hilarious is he drinks Diet Coke. Isn't that the most fucked up thing you've ever heard? He drinks Diet Coke and sugar-free Red Bull.
You just gotta watch that sugar intake, man. You know,
Yeah.
like.
All right,
So
sorry.
why'd you go to lemon, Dina?
Yeah, explain yourself, Tina.
Well, no. I think that's wrong now because he says put the squeeze on me. So something's going to go on him.
What station is he working, Alex?
Now normally I don't take like context questions, but because this is an exclusive, Riley is working saute.
Okay.
He's saute 2, actually, for my homies who know.
for the homies that know what this
If you
is
know,
like.
you
Can
know.
can I phone a friend and call my brother real quick?
Her brother,
If you
the
think
chef.
it'll help,
You know what?
He's
I'd
not
be
gonna
okay with
answer
that.
me.
I'd be okay with Dina phoning a friend. While she's doing that, I'm gonna go with oh fuck, like a juicer. It's gotta be a juicer. Like he wants the juicer so you can get the freshly squeezed accoutrements.
Okay. all right.
Dina, you better
I-
go on speaker, girl. You can't.
Yeah, there's no way you're doing this
Wait,
private
I don't
route.
think he's going to answer. Oh my God, you answered. Holy shit. Okay. I'm gonna
Speakerphone.
put you on speaker.
Speakerphone.
So don't say anything inappropriate because you're definitely being recorded right now. So, if you were he's a line cook, right?
Yep,
If you were
line
a
cook
line
saute 2.
if you're a line cook, you're on saute 2, and the line cook looks at you and says, "Hey chef, can you put the squeeze on me?" What do you think he's talking about?
To be honest with you, I don't know.
Just
Yeah,
take a wild
you're saying-
guess.
If I'm on saute, can you put the squeeze on me?
Yeah.
No guess.
Damn it, you're supposed to help me out here.
Oh. Stump the
Number
chef.
one
Stump
rule.
the
Number
chef.
one rule of content creation is you always have a
Going
guess.
faster? I don't know.
Going fast.
I've never heard that term, and I've been.
Well, no, it's made up. Like, it's just some stupid 18-year-old line cook that keeps saying shit, and we have to guess what he's saying.
She's gonna have to explain this to him later.
Give me some context here. What are we doing?
So he's
I'm
literally
being
just, it's on Don't Make It Weird. And there's
Oh.
our guest is a chef, and he's got an 18-year-old line cook that always comes up with stupid words for things in the kitchen, and we have to guess what he's saying. And this little line cook or whatever is on saute 2 and said,
On a slamming
squeeze
Friday
on me.
night. So it's super busy Friday
a
night.
slamming
Saying this
Friday.
to the line cook is saying, "Put the squeeze on me."
"Yeah,
To who? To whom? The chef?
yes,
The
The
expediter.
chef's not saying to the line cook,
The
"Put the
expediter.
squeeze on me."
Yeah.
the expediter." Correct. The line cook is saying it to the expediter.
Put the squeeze on me. Jesus. Yeah. No. To be honest, I'm sorry. I got nothing on that one. I'd follow with. What
Thanks for
the fuck
playing,
you talking
Dinosaurs. You lose.
I
All
respect
right.
the hell out of the effort, though.
Yeah, I can't-
Honestly,
Yeah, he was
No, it's
trying.
okay. We cuss all the time. It's okay. I'll tell you what the answer is later.
All right. Cool.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Bye, brother.
Bye.
Bye, Hermano. Okay, so I
Fuck.
immediately went to citrus in my head, but that's way too obvious. It's way too obvious.
I will tell you off the jump that Dina is wrong.
Right. So
Is it like a myth?
I think he
Like-
just needs a hug. Like he's a little
Tongue.
stressed
Yeah,
out.
like he just needs like a
Aw.
little, a little line cook hug. I like
That's
that.
adorable. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard, but I love it.
Is he
Oh my
stuffing
God.
something?
No, it's sauteing.
about to stuff producer Sean. Apparently,
No.
getting in his personal space. Daniel, what's your guess?
I'm going juicer, some sort of juicing machine.
Juicing machine. So you think in the
Yes.
middle of a slamming Friday night service, I'm going to bend down and pick up 40 pounds of plug-inable electronics to juice on the fly?
I believe in you.
It's juice on the fly.
No.
Just juicing on the fly. Yeah.
That's so fucking stupid, Daniel.
Alex, I'm sorry. I thought you were committed to your profession,
Dressing.
sir. I
I
thought
am.
you were
That's why I
committed
use
to your
it.
profession.
That's why my citrus is pre-reamed, just like producer Sean.
That's right, baby.
That's right. So we've got hug, we've got phone a friend fail, and we've got 40-pound juicer.
Mm. Riley is asking for a brick of Parmesan cheese to garnish his dishes with.
What?
Yep.
Okay, squeeze rhymes with cheese. There's one
Correct.
connection there.
That's it. It ends there.
Just
we
the
were
rhyming?
Listen, we were getting our asses kicked, and I guess he didn't have time to come up with like an elaborate series of fucking who's he what's it in his brain. And so he was like, "Chef, can you put the squeeze on me?" And I literally hit him. I hit him in the shoulder. And I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And he pointed to the brick of, I've got Parmesan cheese on my expediting station that I grate over a couple of our pasta dishes. And he was like, "The squeeze." And I was like, "I'm going to murder you." And then I grated the Parmesan cheese on his dish because
Then
people
he
were
went
waiting
ahead
and the
and did it
tables were
anyways.
hungry. You know, I got to do my job.
Yeah, no, that's
Well,
beautiful.
that was fantastic.
That's
Thank you
been the
for
check-in
that
with Riley.
glorious tidbit.
And
Did I
guys,
tell you
follow
guys
Alex
so-
James. Sorry, yeah.
So, did I tell you? So the other day I had I came into work with a hangover, and he made me a hangover cure, which was disgusting. That's a separate tweet.
I saw that on
But
Twitter, yeah.
This fucking alien, this non-human idiot, was like, made me this thing. And he's like, it'll make you feel better. It's healthy. And then I watched him unload a full 6-pack of Red Bull into his station that he was going to drink that night for service.
I love that journey for him.
Oh,
That dude's gonna
God.
die before he's 22.
Straight up.
Jeez.
I'll put away 6 sugar-free Red Bulls, like
In an evening?
with vodka. Yeah.
With vodka, yeah. Okay, but that's to party. That's not to function for Sean.
Well, that's just like a normal evening. You know.
Yeah,
I-
just getting that.
Maybe I'm a fucking...
You're drinking cancer at that
Pussy.
point.
All right, so guys, if you like the journeys of Riley, check out Alexander James's Twitter, Drunk Scribe, because he gives us, he graces us with little morsels. He plays it out for us, and we like Riley here. We're big fans.
So pissed.
So
I'm disappointed in my brother, honestly.
yeah, a little bit. So, Alex, would you say that you're a tease?
I would say so, yes.
Well,
Oh.
do you think you could put that teasing to good use and give the audience a little tease, a little tickle, a little, squeeze? Give the audience a little bit of the squeeze, and tell us a little bit about the story time we can expect
Put
from
the
you.
squeeze on them, baby.
There was a time when I was younger and more sexually loose, I suppose you could say,
Oh.
where I took a selfie with a wild baby bear.
Why is this story sexual? Like, I don't understand. We don't promote
That is the
bestiality.
height of mascanity, is
Hey,
taking
what?
a selfie.
There's
with a baby
nothing
bear.
more arousing than danger, Dina.
It's those whips.
we need to make a Twitter poll. How erotic would you consider a picture of Alexander James with a baby bear to be?
Very
Very
incredibly.
incredibly. So that's perfect. So guys, just tune in and we get to hear this incredibly lurid scandal right here. But Alex, you should also be feeling special because we're bringing out a brand new game that we've been excited to play for months. Producer Sean, tell us what game we're gonna be playing, buddy.
It's been literal months, you guys. We're going to do a new game called Hot Takes. It's the party game of spicy opinions. Not a sponsor from the What Do You Meme line of card games. Basically, each of these cards has a hot take on it. I'm going to read one aloud for you guys. You're going to each kind of take a stance on it, and then we'll have a short debate.
Okay.
Basically, each of you will give a point on why you believe what you believe in terms of, in the context of this particular take, and then I will let you guys know who's convinced me to be on their side.
So
We'll do that a couple times.
It's an argument. It's a debate. We're winning your point of view.
Basically, I'm the judge. You're gonna hear a hot take. You're gonna take a side, and then have a sentence or two to say why you're on that side.
Alex knows nothing about making hot takes, right,
And
buddy?
we've
All my
never
takes
done
are
this
hot.
before. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, we figured Alex would be a fun guest for this particular game. So, maybe we'll do 2 or 3 of them. We'll see. But
Dina
Dina,
would
you
be
good?
clawing herself
I
in the
feel like
face
Dina
with
had
her
Dina
hair.
had a fidget toy gone wrong.
yeah, let's do a shot of gin.
It was,
Started
it
choking.
was It was my clip, and I was like doing this,
That's
and then
an
I was like
alien
picturing one of
facehugger.
those.
That's not a
it's
clip.
definitely a
Yeah.
facehugger. Yeah.
That's why I was picturing in my head, and then I was like, and then Daniel saw me, and I didn't think anybody was looking.
On the
It's a
podcast that
small
we're
screen.
recording together in front of cameras.
She
People
thinks she's
don't pay
alone, you
attention to
guys.
me.
To be fair,
God.
Daniel only stares at himself the entire time.
Honestly, I
No,
really
you gotta stare.
spend an
You gotta stare at the
inordinate amount of
camera so
time
the
staring at
audience know
myself.
you're listening to them.
Okay, so this is Hot Takes. I'm going to go ahead and read the first one off, and then we'll start with Alex and go to Daniel and then Dina, okay?
Okay.
Wah, wah.
Hot
Are we
take
doing like?
number
Are we doing
one.
like strongly agree, strongly disagree? Is that like the stance we're taking?
I think you need to take a hard stance either way.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
So you choose to agree with it or not.
Okay.
50-50. Okay, here we go. Hot take number one. If you're vegetarian, you shouldn't be allowed to wear leather.
Oh, for sure, agree. Staunchly agree.
Right. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Staunchly
Daniel?
agree. Why? Okay. I disagree, man. Wear whatever you want to wear. Just because you want to consume something less doesn't mean that you can't use the byproducts of animals. I think that absolutely this is freedom of choice, and there's an area of gray.
Okay, hold
into
on a
what
second.
vegetarianism is.
You're not trying to convince Dina. You got to let her say her opinion first, and then we go into the nitty gritty of why.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
This is the
You don't wanna-
first time game. We're still
Yeah,
workshopping
first time.
Okay.
This will be our practice run. Dina?
Okay.
So tell me the question again because
If
I don't
you're
remember. if it's-
vegetarian, you shouldn't be allowed to wear leather.
Yes, strongly agree.
All right. So Dina and Alex are on the same side. Daniel, go ahead and convince me why they're wrong.
Because just like in anything in life, there's a spectrum. Just because there's vegetarians, there's vegans, there's everything in between, and not everyone is a vegetarian strictly because of being into protecting animals or animal cruelty. Sometimes it's a health choice. It's a dietary restriction. So maybe they don't have the same moral compunction, but they physically have to be a vegetarian. So therefore, they should be allowed to wear leather if that's how they feel.
All right. Alex, Dina.
I'll jump in and say I must have missed that mysterious second N in the word vegans. That's kind of hiding in the back there. That's on me. Probably should have paid more attention in school. But also, no, if you're vegetarian, you shouldn't you shouldn't wear leather. You also shouldn't eat leather. It's bad for you because you have made a choice to be irritating at every single restaurant you go to, and I think that you should be punished for that.
Dina.
So here's the thing. Daniel kind of opened up a can of worms because there are two different types of vegetarians in the world. There's actual medical vegetarians that cannot digest protein. And then there's just vegetarians that are doing it because they love animals and it's quote unquote healthier and things like that. If you're not medically vegetarian, you shouldn't be allowed to wear leather because your whole stance is that you're saving animals. And yet you're okay with wearing them. If you can wear them, why can't I eat them, bitch?
No, they prefer to waste most of the animal and just use the skin.
Yeah.
Correct.
Just like
Yeah,
our
you're
forefathers dreamed of.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I am fully on Alex and Dina's side. You take a stance and you go all the way or you go home. You know what I mean?
Not all of it's a moral stance. Some of it's literally a physical
Yeah.
stance.
So what you're saying is those people just want to waste most of the animal. That's what you're saying.
Yes.
They're okay with just taking the leather and letting the
Yeah.
rest go to waste.
Yeah, they're down with whatever it takes, man. They just, they have fashion
Excellent.
style and stuff. Yeah.
I don't trust vegetarians, if I'm being honest. So that's that for that
My-
question.
All right.
My-
all right.
My friend growing up was actually medically vegetarian and couldn't digest protein. It was wild.
Like any protein?
She had special, yeah. She had special milk to try to act as a supplement, and if she had anything, she would literally go to the hospital, any form of natural protein.
That sucks.
That sucks.
Yeah, it was wild trying
Don't
to feed
even
her.
want to imagine what that's like. All right, hot take. Military time is better than the AM/PM system.
Is it me? Do I get to go first?
Yeah.
Yeah, Alex.
Fuck yes, obviously it is.
All right.
Absolutely not.
And Dina?
No, I don't want to agree with Daniel. That's not fair.
It's not about agreeing or disagreeing with Daniel.
Fuck, Dina. How dare you?
No, the military clock is not superior.
All right, Alex, hit us with it.
How many hours are in a day? 24. Bam, done. Why do I gotta fuck around with ante and post meridian? Like, why? It doesn't make any sense. What is it? 1,700 hours. It's 5 o'clock. Use your basic 5th grade arithmetic and figure it the fuck out.
So let me ask you something, Alex. So most clocks are there 24 numbers on a clock? No, there isn't. How many numbers are there on a clock? Yeah, that's 12. So that means that every single time, if we're looking at anything else that's not a digital watch or digital clock, we have to sit there and do math, which slows down everything. I just want to say, hey, Dina, let's meet at 3 o'clock this afternoon. She's like, oh, okay, I understand that's not 3 o'clock in the morning. And now she doesn't have to be like, okay, hold on, what's 1,500? Fuck. Okay. So, like, listen, it's the way society is. Take it up with clockmakers, man. This is the way our world is, and suck it, Alex.
There's no way you just threw that onto the shoulders of clockmakers and they just
threw-
like wiped your hands clean.
You just threw "suck it, Alex" in at the end there.
Wait. Why say more, less word do trick?
Oh shit!
Yes!
That's the show. It's the show. It's the office.
Yeah.
12 a.m. versus 2400. Which one's easier? 12 a.m. is easier than 2400.
You've already said enough, Dina. And I was gonna agree
You're
with
right,
Alex
you're right.
until you did the Kevin
Fuck.
reference. So
Fuck.
You're welcome.
I'm with AM PM, you guys.
AM PM, baby.
All right, let me just throw
Jimmy's
this
got a
in.
lead on
Varian,
this.
how many times have you fucked up 12 o'clock a.m. as noon? Or am I just an idiot?
And listen, there's definitely been some alarm clocks that I've tried to set.
Okay.
To the wrong
So like
thing,
that's all right. So
and-
you guys win. That's fine. You could take the dub on that one. But like we all fuck that one up all the time, right?
yeah.
I once got
I
ready
have to,
for
like,
school
tell
at
myself-
7 p.m. when I was a kid. Because
I have to tell myself 12:01 p.m.
That means
I
something.
like somebody will regularly be like, yeah, let's schedule that promo drop for 12 p.m. and I'll be like, midnight? That's a little weird, but all right.
I'm down to party. I love this.
I also think it's because I
grew.
grew up around military bases growing up, so like I was around military time when I was doing that fundamental math, which is just like why it's baked in.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. Yeah.
And he also, runs his kitchen like a military operation. So,
Eating the shit out of
I mean,
He puts the squeeze on 'em.
some people have drawn some similarities. Is all I'm saying.
He pulls out a trumpet and plays reveille when it's time for service.
No,
Okay.
there's a bell
I don't know
actually.
what I've been told.
Oh, there's a bell. Of course there
There's a
is.
bell.
Let's do one more, you guys. Let's do
Let's
one
do it.
more.
All
This
right,
one
all right.
is spicy.
Oh.
They should stop making live action remakes of Disney animated films.
Absolutely, 100% yes, right off the rip.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Tina,
What happens if we all say yes?
then that's it. Then that's the winner.
No.
I respect
I
it.
will not
I
agree
respect
with
the hell
Daniel
out of
again.
it. I respect
Yes.
the hell out of it.
Now I really want Dina's argument.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I got this. Oh, wait, do I have to go first?
Yeah,
Can you guys
go.
Yeah,
give me
defend
time?
the
I
live
know,
action
I need
remake of
somebody else
Cats
to go
directed by
first.
Questlove. Defend it, please.
Dude, we
I'll
need
take
the
a- I'll
butthole
take a
edition.
thesis statement.
That's not
We need the butthole edition.
It's a new form of art,
release
modern
the butthole edition.
modern realism. In 2023, I just really want Treasure Planet as a live action film.
Just watch porn.
So you mean like after that, they should stop.
After
but
that-
until then,
Yeah. Oh, Atlantis too. I want Atlantis
Yeah, those would
as
be
a
good
live
ones.
action
There
too.
would be good ones.
But like the Disney princesses. Wait, no, I forgot what side I was on. It it gives little kids, they can relate more because it's not animated and
mhm.
it makes
Boy,
it
you're out on a
realistic.
thin branch on that one.
Oh, bless. Bless.
Oh, shucks, mister. I wish I could watch this cartoon and enjoy it, but I'm not pixelated, so I guess I'll just go fuck myself.
Alex, would you like to start with the rebuttal?
Fucking Obviously, I have a staunch anti-franchise opinion with a few dear exceptions. I don't like it when corporations discover a formula that works and then milk it as a cash cow to the detriment of our wallets and amusement. I don't like that Shrek has been running as a fucking Broadway musical for 3 years. I don't like that Marvel has decided, like, hey, you know who you should care about? This fucking 4th tier sub character who made a joke one time in a movie you enjoyed 13 years ago. Wouldn't you love to see a whole TV show about it? I don't like that they're like, oh, you know who we really wrapped up nicely? One of those characters in Star Wars, but oh, geez, that franchise really isn't bringing in the bottom line. So you know what I'm going to do? Fucking rip a whole new movie about her.
I listen, man. I'm with you. Because listen, for most of these animated films, I do agree with Dina. I think that Treasure Planet and Atlantis are probably some of the only ones that would really transition well.
Road to El Dorado. I thought as soon as she said it, I was like, oh fuck, there is an exception though. Oh yes, it was. Woo!
Got Road to El Dorado. Holy shit, that'd be one. But yeah, I mean, listen, I've watched all these movies with my daughter, and there isn't a single. The best thing you can say about any of the remakes was it was all right. Like the what was one that was okay?
Daniel actually prefers the Mulan live action movie without the songs and without Mushu.
Be a Man is my favorite Disney song ever made, and did not have that in the Mulan song. It's fucking insane. Greatest song ever made in a Disney movie.
Can you believe that I'm going to cancel you because of what one actor said one time 5 years ago? Canceled.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's not a joke, though. The live action Aristocats is being directed by Questlove, and I find that shit hilarious.
Is it really?
1000%. You can Google it.
I love it.
Okay, I'm in for Questlove though. I want to see Quest. I want to see Quest cook, man. I'm ready.
All right, you guys. This has been Hot Takes.
Yes, sir.
Wait, who won?
Yeah, who won that last one?
Oh yeah.
I think Dina completely lost.
I think Dina knew she lost when she had to take the denying of position.
You have to pick the opposite side,
she
and you did anyway.
This.
And then you immediately forgot what side you were on.
I respect the hell out of them because she was like, "I can't agree because that's not a funny joke." So she just took the L.
She just went for it because listen, if she'd agreed, she would have won automatically because you would have won every round. You would have been the overall champ.
The queen sweep.
Yep.
But you blew it.
Oh, shit. Yep. That's really funny. Fuck.
This was amazing. I definitely want to play that one again because I was just getting warmed up on Hot Takes there, man. So, you see, we're all about storytelling here. And as such, we try to share a fun story each week. So without further ado,
it's story time with Alex.
Hello. It's me.
Hey, baby.
I was wondering. That's an Adele song. That's actually not. Hello. All right. So this took place. I was in my early 20s, I want to say. So it took place a long time ago. I had just recently moved to Washington State, which, as some of you may know, is like a backpacking and hiking paradise. It's actually incredible. So when I first started getting out into those mountains, I was under-equipped and under-prepared. I would literally go out hiking in like cargo shorts and toe shoes with no socks. In May, it's still like snowy up in those mountains. So like this fucking idiot kid is just walking around in toe shoes with no socks and cargo shorts, thinking to himself, "This is probably fine." It's not. But coming with that lack of equipment, I also had a lack of knowledge, both in terms of like trail distances, trail locations, and average population of wildlife. Because I moved to Washington from where I'd been going to school in Louisiana, which obviously wildly different in all three of those categories. So, cut to me going on a nice Saturday hike. It was early spring. It was fucking gorgeous outside. There wasn't a cloud in the sky. It was like 75 degrees, and I was out there. I had been hiking for like 6 hours, I want to say, and I got to like halfway up a little like peak, and I was like, I don't think this is where the trail was heading, but like, I'm fine with this because I had wandered off the trail. at a certain point. Like, I think I had just missed it in some snow and just kept walking. So I was like sitting there eating my lunch and drinking my summit beer, even though I wasn't on a summit, but it still counts. And as I was hiking back, when you hike down steep slopes, you cut switchbacks, which are like zigzags across the slope so that you don't have to run straight down a hill. And I turned a switchback, and at the end of it was a small bear. Wild bear, probably about the size of like a big red wagon.
What color was it?
This thing was brown, certifiably brown.
Certified.
And this thing was so fucking cute. I could tell from like 40 feet away. I was like, that is the fluffiest thing I've ever seen in my life.
No.
And so I took out my phone, as all of us would do.
Yeah.
And I took a picture of it, right?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't have my phone silenced because why would I? So my phone made that like ka-chunk sound of like picture taking, and this bear like swiveled up and looked at me and like made eye contact with me. And like, I am not a smart person. At the time, I was, again, ill-equipped to be out there. I didn't know what I was doing. So I was like, even in that space, I was like, I should leave, right? Like, that can't be good. So
every
I cut the
movie
switchback.
I've ever seen, the mother bear is right around the corner.
Yeah, for sure. So I cut the switchback and went down the lower trail away from the bear back towards the parking lot, which was like, I don't know, 3-4 miles away. I was like 30 miles away from like any major road. Like, I should not have been out there that early in the season. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I got about 20 feet down the trail before I had the thought. I was like, I am holding my phone. And if I turn back around, I can probably get pretty close to this baby bear without it noticing. So your boy turned back around and went back up the trail and found the bear. It was like, again, like the size of a little red wagon. It was like snuffling around some trees around the corner of the trail. And I got within, I think, like 15, 20 feet. And I took a selfie with the bear. It's the worst selfie I've ever taken. I've actually lost it, much to my dismay. Producer Sean asked me for it. I couldn't find it.
You were going to send it to me.
No, producer Sean asked me for it, and I couldn't find it because I put it on Facebook in like 2011. Like, it's fucking gone. Anyway, I took a selfie with the bear, and then like as soon as I took that selfie, that feeling of like you need to run, like, infiltrated my nervous system, and I think I pounded dust a mile down the trail running away from there. I never saw the mom, but like, there's no way I should have lived through that, right?
Oh, you know
like,
that the mom was there, though.
Yeah, for sure.
The mom was just like, look at this dumb motherfucker right here.
Look at lunch right now.
This is how we hunt. We get the dumb.
Just be
dumb
glad.
humans.
Just be glad that cub wasn't on cocaine.
Dude, I've heard that movie slaps ass, and it's fucking crazy because it looks like the dumbest thing in the world.
It's so good.
Dude, I'm so excited for it. Just a brilliant premise. Alex, I have to know, after you successfully survived this baby bear encounter, did your hubris lead you into any other stupid animal photo adventures in the wild?
No, after that, I fucking doubled down, and I went home, and I think that afternoon I was like, I'm gonna read about what you should do if you encounter these wild animals, because like I got home and I showed my wife, or she was my girlfriend then at the time, but I was like, hey, look at this cool picture I found. And this woman who was in graduate school to be a therapist at the time was like, are you a fucking child?
Yes.
Because she had lived in Washington for like all of like college, and obviously is very smart. So like she had done that research, but she was like, you're an idiot. And she got like really scared. And like, so no, I did a bunch of research, and I have never I've never been in a scenario where I could be caught unawares by a dangerous animal again.
Bless Miss James. Dina, do you have
She didn't change her last name.
She did not, yeah, but I'm not going to tell you her last name because
I don't
she's a
know
therapist.
her last name.
So.
Just, yeah, like what?
We know that they're both Alex. That's all we know.
Yes.
That's right. A squared, baby. We're a household name.
Squared. Dina, do you have?
All right, discussion segment, you guys.
All right, let's jump straight into the discussion segment. So we followed Alex's journey. For those of you that missed prior episodes, or missed the cover reveal, we started when he just got agented. He had that magical thing that most of us other writers only can dream of. And, he just had some thoughts just going on sub. And now we've traveled all the way from then to, holy shit, his first traditionally published book is coming out this August 2023.
So first, let's walk the audience through what happens once you get your book, like you get signed or whatever, with editorial, and then you get assigned an editor, and then you go through the stages of editing. Tell us what those stages were.
For sure. So the first step is called developmental edits or dev edits. That's the sort of like big broad strokes of how you're going to change your novel to the production house's or the publishing house's vision. And a lot of people bristle at that because they're like, my book is perfect and incredible in every way. And it's like, I'm sorry, but the cold hard truth is like, it's not. No smack against the book itself, but like every publishing house has a different vibe. And this one has signed you because they think that you match their vibe. It's a marriage of equals, so to speak. After the dev edits, then you get line edits, which is where you and your editor and often a copywriter or somebody that's really, really rooted in the grammatical architecture of the language pour through every line. And that's when I learned that I don't know how semicolons work. Because every single time my copywriter was like, this one's not right, this one's not right, this one's super not right. I don't know if you were drunk or high or both when you wrote that sentence, but this is gibberish.
I mean, that's exactly what happens to me on every grammar thing. So
I learned in line edits to not use semicolons ever. I don't even try anymore.
The number of times when a semicolon is actually grammatically appropriate is a fraction of the time I want to use them.
Right.
Something I learned about myself is like I use mixed metaphors all the time. Like I will frequently say like, yes, the stain punched into the wall. And my editor was like, explain that. Explain how the stain punched into the wall. Does it have a fist? Is it attached to an arm? Does it ambulate in any way? No, it doesn't. You fucking child. She didn't phrase it like that. She phrased it much nicer. But like, you learn these things about yourself when you go through copyright edits because it's fucking rough.
So Alex, talk to us about kind of the nitty gritty, getting into the actual like hard work of taking this from a query, a hopeful book to a finished product. Like, talk to us about what dev edits were like for you.
So I've had beta readers in the writing community, people that are gracious enough to like read the book and give you that like crucial feedback that we all need. And I've obviously my critique partner Taylor has read everything that I've ever written. They are great at providing that feedback. But like this was the first time that I had ever had like a honest to God editor step in, look at my stuff, and then for the purpose of being published at a specific place, offer me edit notes and draft me an edit letter. So I read into it not really knowing what to expect, but fully with the attitude that like I will burn this book to the ground and write it from scratch if I have to like make this work. Because I understood, even at the time, I was like, I've been blessed by an opportunity that so many people haven't. I was like, if she wants me to rewrite every single word of this book, I'll do it and I don't give a fuck. Yeah. So when she came back, we had a phone call scheduled and I hopped on and I was super nervous. I was pacing around my office, just like hand on my head, just like, oh my God, what if she tells me to rewrite it? And so she opened and she was like, hey, I think it's really good. And I was like, nah, that can't possibly be real. No way, right?
Yeah.
Like, not mine.
Yeah, fuck that. Yeah, that can't be real.
So, but like she kept talking about the book and she was like, the first call was big, broad strokes. I mean, Daniel and Dina, you guys have both been through dev edits. You know that like the first call is like the broad sculpting of what the vision is. And then after that, you get into like the little details. So that first call, she was like, I think we need to fix this with the ending. And I think you need this scene in the body to like transition. And actually it was a little odd because like that first call, I was like, ooh, I disagree big time with one of those. In a very early draft of my book, the ending was bitter and ragged It was messy because I personally don't super go for rom-coms. It's not my genre. It's not my style. This book features heavily around like a relationship that has crumbled into dust. And so like towards the end of the book, after I had sort of like wrapped a lot of these threads about like shared trauma and relationships and all that, I had sort of like ended it in a certain way. And my dear darling editor, who has more patience than she has any right to have, was like, we need to change it. And I was like, no. So we ended up with a compromise because she was like, well, we're paying you for it. So it's gonna get changed. But we sort of found a middle ground between her vision and my vision. And it's now the ending in the book. And I actually think the book is much stronger for it. I think it agrees with a lot of the tones that are woven through the book. So I'm actually really happy that she brought it up and that I had the sort of mental ability to understand that like this person knows objectively more than I do and I should listen to her advice.
And so I guess like an area that I think that a lot of writers, myself included, kind of struggle with. Like me personally, I'm kind of with you where it's like, listen, whoever is editing is the professional. They know what they're doing. They know what the market wants. And I tend to be, much to the chagrin of Dina and Lost Boys Press, the just accept all. Whenever I see changes, I just go, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Accept all. So a lot of times, like you said before, as writers, these things become our baby. We love them. We love every word. They're all perfect. They need no change. And how dare you ask us to change something in your book? What was something in Woodkin that you fought hard for, but eventually gave in on? Where you wanted it, it was your baby, but eventually the professional head, prevailed.
That's a good question. There was in the first draft, the first draft, there was a very clumsily written sub-theme about how the main character felt. There was a mix, and I cannot iterate enough that it was fucking rough and crude and poorly written, mostly exposition, but like there was a feeling of the main character felt out of place because he had moved after having left his home. He had moved to a different place with no friends and no like roots. So there was a metaphor about like how he felt out of place at home and how he felt out of place in the woods. And through every draft of the book, I tried to sharpen that metaphor to be like, no, he feels lost. Like he's literally lost. And like it got to a place where I thought it was pretty good and added like a subtle note of like how lost he actually was in his own story. And in the first or couple rounds of dev edits, my editor was like, we gotta lose it. Not only just for word count, but just like as hard as you've tried, it's not there. And getting it there is going to cost you about 10,000 words that we don't have.
Fair enough. What would you say is something that you've taken away from the line edit and dev edit process that has helped you in other writings that you've been working on?
I think Dina and I are going to fight about this. I don't agree with hiring independent editors.
Ooh.
I think it's bad. I think it's bad for you and for your writing. I think you should learn. I think you should learn those skills for yourself.
Wait, hold on. So what do you mean? Do you mean like when you're querying a book, you don't hire a writer or an editor?
Yeah. Like when you write your book to the stage of querying. Okay, all right. I felt
you should never hire.
Okay.
I just wanted to fight, you guys.
So are you saying you're anti-freelance editors, period, or?
Here's the thing: is like I've never pursued independent publishing, so like I can't speak to that arena of it. So like after. When you decide to self-publish, if a independent editor becomes relevant or not to your journey, that's not for me to say. I think if you are pursuing traditional publishing, which is not necessarily better or worse in any capacity, but the numbers are fucking slim, you should learn to do what an independent editor offers. Like you should have all of those skills, at least to the point where you can produce something that is polished and ready to be queried. Every
so-
agent in the world is going to have changes to something that is being queried in their inbox to then go on sub. That's fine. But the number of drafts that I've read that somebody has said like, oh, this is queryable. I'm going to start querying it. And there's like, no disrespect, but there's like spelling mistakes, format mistakes, exposition dumps that are 5 pages long. It's like, you should not have to hire an editor to catch those.
Dina, what do you think?
Oh, okay. So, like, I want to clarify to make sure that we're on the same page. So, if you're not self-publishing, I don't think you should hire an independent editor at all. Now, should you have the skill set of an editor, you should have the skill set of a developmental editor. You don't necessarily have to have the skill set of a line editor or a copy editor. Because I think
I would agree. I think I would agree with that because I found that I needed a copyright editor real bad.
Yeah.
God knows I do. I have no idea how grammar works.
But like developmental, you shouldn't have plot holes if you're querying. Basic formatting, I would say, like, like your 6 spaces and then your 3 and then your 0.5 indent. You should know how to do that. That's basic college format. And then developmental. I shouldn't be catching plot holes if you're querying your story.
And that makes sense because I guess me personally, it's tough for me because like I've talked about a million times, I am not a good writer, not from a technical standpoint. I'm a good storyteller, and I'm very good at putting together. I like to think a interesting, complex story. But if you ask me where fucking commas go and any of that shit, it's gonna look terrible. I will look like a 3rd grader trying to edit my own stuff.
It's exactly what I said at his wedding reception.
It's true. He's not kidding.
I said he's a shitty writer and a great storyteller.
Incredible.
Very true. And so like for me, it was definitely just peace of mind. I think that I wanted someone just to clean up enough of the grammar and shit in it so that like an agent or someone wouldn't look at it and
But
go,
you got it for free.
Yes, and that is a huge thing too, is I got it for free. But I can also understand what you're saying because it makes sense. If you have a freelance editor, they just want your business and they want you coming back. So they're not going to necessarily be able to take the hard stances that you might need an editor to take. Like you said, the ones where you go, this had to happen. It's different when it's the publisher saying, no, this has to happen. Versus freelancer going.
That's the hardest thing though. Is like freelance editors, the way they charge is I feel so uncomfortable with it because some of them charge by the round of edits, and like that makes me feel personally very queasy because like what is a round to you? Mm-hmm. It's so like what we do. Despite people who may naysay it, we are artists. We do create art. So how do you curate that? Like, how do you as an editor curate a vision through 3 rounds of edits and then you say, there it is, ready to query? Like, and how are you charging for 3 separate rounds of it? Like, there's so much nuance in it that it makes me very uncomfortable to say like, yes, I will pay you X amount of dollars to do this very subjective thing that when you're done, I as the writer who couldn't do it myself will have to say, yep, good job.
Yeah.
There's also the matter of a publishing house has editors. Yep. Why are you doing the job twice and this time instead of getting paid for your book, you're now putting money out there that for something that's going to change again anyway. That's the thing is like if you're having a book freelance developmental edited or line edited or whatever, it's going to change when you get published if you have a reputable publishing house. If a publishing house says you need to have your book edited before we'll publish it or whatever, that's a huge red flag because they should be editing it and they're going to change whatever that first editor did because I guarantee you the visions aren't going to line up because like Alex said earlier, they've got their own brand that they're looking to have your book match.
Oh, yeah. I mean, for sure. Like, again, I was very lucky. I got it for free. My freelance did a great job of getting it into a place where I felt comfortable querying it. But she put in a lot of hard work. We went through 3 rounds. We did a ton of stuff. And once it got to Lost Boys Press, it still got massively overhauled from there. Like I
Would you have felt
passed
that you had
around
wasted
from
money?
editor to editor like the town whore.
He really was.
Fucking
God,
dropped
I
from
remember.
desk to desk.
yeah. One of you guys
He
want
really
this
was.
steaming pile? Yeah.
Would you have felt like if you had paid that other editor after, like, and then you went to Lost Boys and you went through as many edit rounds, because you went through extra, would you have
Yeah.
felt like you had wasted your money?
In
On
your
one
experience, let's be clear that you're not talking about other people's experience with editing.
Yes, in mine. If I had to pay money for it, I mean, it depends on the amount, but yeah, I would have felt pretty bitter about it. But again, I mean, when I went to Lost Boys Press, I got a lot of dev help, but I needed a lot of line help to get it to a place where I felt confident to be able to put it out there. So for me, I guess if, I could talk to myself and I had to pay, I'd say, hey, listen, just pay for line edits to at least get it to the point that someone's not gonna be like, this guy doesn't understand the English language, and then get it out there. Because I agree, no amount of, I came in there very cocky thinking, this thing has been edited. She was fantastic. This is gonna be a breeze just to blow it on through here. You guys can just, look here and there. And then when we actually had to start getting into nitty gritty, I was like, fuck. So yeah, I agree with you. It probably would have been a waste of money had I had to pay.
Let's also clarify that there's a difference between line edits and copy edits too.
Okay.
Because that's something that some people confuse and mix up and everything. So line edits is going to be your phrasing, your like sentence like structure, replacing sentences to rephrase them and everything, and then copy editing is going to be your grammar.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a really good point. I think a really interesting discussion because, I mean, listen, freelance editors are trying to make a buck too, and everyone wants to get out there, and it's an expensive world. And I think that a lot of people, the problem that I have is a lot of people look at it and say, well, I don't think I'm ready to get traditionally published. I can't afford it at freelance editor, so I'm just going to YOLO this shit myself. I did good grades in English, and then you get out a substandard project a lot of times,
There's also like, I will say there is a sect of independent editors that is definitely not the whole, who are, I will say, predatory, especially towards new writers. Like when I first joined Twitter and started interacting with writing Twitter, my very first DM ever was from an independent editor with 20,000 followers who sent me a sales pitch and was like, I can get your book ready for the market. Here are my price points. I'm really reasonable. Let me help you. And like, if I was an impressionable writer who was not necessarily like looking out for a scam, I would have fucking fallen for that 10 times out of 10.
Jesus. Yeah, no, I agree. There's a huge thing. Huge. I mean, between hybrid presses, vanity presses, and like you said, independent editors, unfortunately, there is so much shit out there ready to take your money from a community that's usually not very well off. All right, so I'm going to wrap this up with just one last, just kind of quick question, kind of going off of what you said, from when you first were there. If you could give advice to anyone who is starting professional edits for the first time from a publisher, what advice would you give them?
Don't be precious. Don't be precious about it. You wrote one, you can write another one. If you write another one, you can write a third one. Like, it's just words. It's like, I know they're special to you, and I know that you want to guard them with your life because you think you're never going to be able to do it again. You will be able to do it again. Don't be precious. Burn it to the ground if you have to, but you can write it better again.
Fucking amen. Love it. So, all right, Alex, it's time for the segment that I think you knew what was coming. And I just want you to know that I hope we can still be friends after this, Alex.
My mom watches this show, right, Daniel?
Listen, I had
All
a
of our
regular
moms
one
do.
lined up for you. I had a traditional one lined up. I stumbled across something on a last-second search. I actually spent money to find this one for you, Alex. I spent money
No, you
to
did
find
not.
you this one, buddy. And I just want
It's
you to
the
know I love
only
you before we
investment
get
he's
into-
ever made in the show.
Oh, yeah, baby.
You see, every week we celebrate some of the worst erotic literature in history, usually selected by Literary Review, a British literary magazine. this time purely from me, in a segment that we call Cringy Copulation. These are real excerpts from real books intended to be taken seriously. This week's excerpt will be read by Alex and is from Black Feather's Erotic Dreams, an anthology that includes this author, Cecilia Tan. Cecilia Tan is an American writer, editor, sexuality activist, and founder and manager of Circlet Press, which specializes in science fiction erotica, a once uncommon genre, and its publications often feature BDSM themes. She is also a baseball writer. Alex, check those DMs, buddy.
Sci-fi, erotica, and baseball, baby.
There were so many questions already.
The baseball angle came out of left field.
Haha, get out.
All
right, sorry.
God.
All right. Just start at the top, Sean.
Mm-hmm.
Your mom.
Right.
Oh, that's what she said.
Nope. Yep.
Fuck.
Sorry, stop.
All right. Are you ready?
Hit me, baby.
I've used up the things that I brought with me, so I cast about your apartment looking for more. You've got dildos galore, but they don't interest me, cunt girl. I roll a condom over an Idaho potato I find in your fridge. Cold and fat and wide, and I push the tip of it in as far as it will go.
Ew, stop. Ew.
I fuck you with it until it is sliding in up to its widest point, and you are moaning and thrashing. Daniel, I'm so angry with you as a person
Ew,
right
you
now.
spent money on it.
Bought this.
I'm editorializing right now, dear listener. I'm fucking livid.
I love you, buddy.
All right,
still morning.
let's get into it. The potato slips out onto the floor and your head jerks up, your vagina gasping like a fish. So empty, so needy. A bottle of shampoo, the handle of a hairbrush, pinking shears. Yours is the cunt that ate Tokyo.
So, how we
Listen,
feeling, guys?
Alex comes back every time we ask him to. You know,
So speaking of shears,
Uh-huh.
have you? I recently made it onto a really dark part of TikTok. Have you guys heard of female genital mutilation? You guys
Yes.
heard of that?
Yes.
yes,
Yeah.
that's
That's
I feel
all
like
that I
the
could think of when he said the shears. That was
No. Just the handles.
she made it worse. Everybody,
Yeah, nope, that made it worse.
she made it worse.
So, Alex, as a chef.
Daniel, how dare you speak to me right now? How dare you use my
I don't like
Christian
any of that.
name?
Listen, he goes by cunt girl. Okay.
God, an Idaho potato. You know the worst part is he specified where the potato came from. He's like a purple Russian, no. A red
it's an
bliss,
Idaho
negative.
potato.
A Yukon, no sir.
We're painting the picture, baby.
Cold, fat, and wide. That was my nickname in high school.
Oh God.
Bless. I
Hey man, don't you love it when women nickname your people? Cold, fat, and wide?
Oh, I got you.
It's quite good. Mine goes by the Jammy Dodger or Master Harold and the boys.
No.
Got a lot of questions there too. Got a lot of questions on that.
Is this thing on?
The boys.
Mr. Earl and boys. I mean, listen. At least she practiced safe sex with the potato. She put a condom on it.
Well, I
I
would
don't
fucking hope
think-
so. Do you realize the infection that you're gonna get if you don't?
Okay, superior form of a potato and the weirdest thing you've ever used as a condom in
Yeah,
one.
in
Oh
one
my
reading. Oh.
Like you've heard of a yeast infection. Wait until you get a potato
Starch infection.
infection.
Starch.
What do you even call a potato venereal disease? Like a PVD?
Oh God.
Oh,
Oh my
God.
God.
Like, so seriously, I'd had a whole other one ready for you, man. And like, I was just like, I really wanted to make something personalized to you. And so I was like, I just feel like
So
this isn't
you
good
thought
enough.
that potatoes and shears were personal to Alex?
Yes.
Yeah, especially the pinking shears, obviously.
Yes.
Dina.
Yeah.
I'm just sad.
I don't think he knows you at all, Alex. I'm just saying.
But I literally found like a place where I was just like, I literally Googled like cooking erotica. And there's a fair number of cooking erotica cookbooks out there. But this was an actual story. And let me see if I can find the little blurb, because I was like, I told Sean, I was like, all right, I found this blurb. I don't know what this story is about, but I have to buy it now. Where is it? Oh no, I don't know. But either way, they're just like, yeah. So
first we were gonna have AI write you an erotic thing to read.
Oh dang!
Chat GPT. It was against Chat GPT's sensibilities to do so.
Yeah,
sure.
They were like, yeah, we can't write something based on the literary review's bad sex and fiction award, because that's a negative thing about sexuality, and we promote good sexuality here. So if you want to have like us write something positive about sex, then we can do that, but otherwise, no.
Yeah. So that was your, like, that was your original plan. Yeah. No, they gave us a whole
weirdly progressive, but okay.
Yeah, thank you, ChatGPT.
I just wanted you to be a nasty, dirty dog, but I guess we'll do the other thing.
Yeah, just get nasty with us. But yeah, so that brought us to this journey, and I'm glad you could join us.
Let's get
for
wild.
This, Alex.
Let's get wild.
Let's get wild.
I did not press the button, by the way. That was all
the original.
You know what? I feel like we need a palate cleanser to feel better about this. Sean, do you have a song
Can't cleanse that
prepared
palate
for us?
No. What the fuck is with you guys and these stupid ass songs lately? What kind of prank are you pulling?
That was a one episode bit.
I texted you about it.
No,
Sean,
you did not text me about a song.
Yeah. Yeah. Go look at your text message.
Here you go.
Thank you.
To the window, to the wall. To sweat down my balls. Till all of these bitches crawl. Skeet, skeet, motherfucker.
I requested an mbop for you.
Oh, thank you, Tina. I appreciate that. That's good looking out.
I hope.
But yeah, so that was just a little musical interlude to
interlude.
I
like interlude.
Isn't that great?
I love it. Yeah. So Alex, before we kind of get out of here, I want to get a second. Talk to us about Critically Stupid. For anyone that doesn't know what this podcast is, what you do with it, in addition to all your awesome writing stuff, the best D&D podcast out there. So
soon to be world famous Dungeons and Dragons Real Play Podcast, Critically Stupid, is a weekly podcast that drops on Friday. We are a group of comics and writers who do weird improv jokes about dicks or whatever, or cows, based around, and we tell our joint story through D&D. It's an interesting fusion of writing a story together with the skills that we all have as writers, where you show and don't tell, and you build by dialogue and action, but also like of improv comedy, where I will never quite know when Jess the Mess is gonna make a dick joke, and like that tension is super exciting on the show.
It's the dick tension, yeah.
Try having her on a live show. It's the best.
I pray to God that somebody floated the idea of a live show for our anniversary in September, and I've never been filled with more terror and excitement.
Oh my God,
if
you do that, I'm so in.
I'll produce it for you.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Shut the fuck up, producer Sean. Please don't.
But yeah, guys, you absolutely have to check it out. And your fam here at the Don't Make It Weird is officially part of the Critically Stupid universe. We've got some NPCs that run around in there, and who knows, maybe there's some future crossover content that will work out there. So highly recommend. It's fucking
really
hilarious.
Smooth, bud. That was really smooth.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Perhaps some crossover potato erotica that we can work into the story.
Absolutely not. The welcome mat stops at the door with the potato erotica for Critically Stupid. I'm gonna be real, boys.
I just want to like
I can't like we are a family show on Critically Stupid. I've said that every episode. We are a family show. There will be no potato erotica.
You say this is a family show and encourage people to do drugs in the same sentence.
Yeah, what about magical weed? Magical weed. Yeah, we know about that. All right.
Honestly, one of my favorite bits was I had a store for these guys, and I had producer Sean in it. Producer Sean was like, I had a store that was populated by like one person. It was producer Sean. And then as they were walking in the scene, my idiot brain was like, hey, what if the rest of them were in there? And then I did a cheap dollar store impression of Daniel and Dina.
Gnoming.
That whole scene was so awesome.
It was so on point too. It was
well
so
rehearsed.
good. Fucking made me a gnome, you piece of shit. Now you know
I don't think you could have been anything else. Well, what possible other thing could you have been? Yeah, straight up.
Yeah, there was nothing else. Yeah, no, it was spot on and it was beautiful. And I look forward to.
What's worse, being the gnome or being the gorilla that hangs out with gnomes?
But then again, you're the only voice of reason. Me and Dina are causing chaos, and you're like,
bespectacled and bewaistcoated.
The waistcoat.
I just love it so much.
Oh, it's beautiful. Beautiful. If you want to leave us a voicemail, if you want to talk to us about anything, maybe you want to send a little love note to Alexander James through us. We will be his, his secretary as a show. You can leave us a voicemail at 347-69-WEIRD. That's 347-699-3473. So yeah, we want you. Interact with us. We love you guys.
Have you always had a little bit of a mustache?
Me? No, it's only I'm 5 o'clock shadow right now.
Did that grow during this episode?
Yes.
Yes,
He was shaving
Swear
it.
to God.
Stressed him out
I
so
did
much.
not fucking notice that until just now.
I'm like Henry Cavill up in this motherfucker. I'm dustier at the end than I was at the
he actually
beginning.
has a full mustache, but he's using like a camera filter that's like erasing it.
Erasing it off. I shave between takes. You think that pee break was for peeing? No, ma'am.
Oh, fuck. But all right, guys, this has been another great episode, and we can't wait for the next time that we're going to have Alex on with us because I heard that this thing's coming out in August, man. Is it starting to feel real? Like, are palms getting sweaty?
Yeah, August 23rd, 2023, and Mom Spaghetti. Not vomit on a sweater already. It definitely feels real. There's some news that's coming down the pipe that's very exciting for me personally, and I can't wait to share it with you all.
Ooh. Well, we are excited to keep sharing the journey, keep supporting you, man.
He did say he's a tease, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He teases, man.
So Alex will be back to have a discussion with us about marketing at some point in the next month or two, and then we will have him back for the actual release of the Woodkin in August. We're super pumped about it.
Yes, sir.
And then I will never darken the doorstep of this podcast after that.
Oh, yes,
and
you
after
will.
that, he's out of
yes,
here.
you will.
Sir, I already know you've got other books in the works. I already know that you got other things going. And
the potato anthology.
The
it's
potato
coming,
anthology. I'm going to find all the potatoes for you.
The Potato Chronicles, Book 1, Episode 1, Tots.
Oh, shit.
Take my money.
Take my money.
Oh, no, wait.
baby.
I'm sorry. It's a YA fantasy, so I've got to format it properly. The Court of Tots and Assassins.
Can you put some flowers and some skulls on that?
Yeah, absolutely. I will. For sure.
Yeah.
Skull-shaped tots.
Maybe I'll start with a prologue.
You son of a bitch.
First of all, wait, do I have a prologue in my book?
No, you don't, but you do have a character looking at a mirror on the first page, and I fucking...
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
that was
my
episode
opening
1,
paragraph
baby.
originally.
That was episode 1 when we talked about mirror.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ah!
Made it all the way to the end.
Shout out Shannon. Prologues. Yay.
Prologues or
I don't know. We just
epilogues.
needed our.
That was the most
needed a
coherent
Shannon
argument.
reference.
That was the most coherent argument I've ever heard in my fucking life. Shout out Shannon, prologues, yay.
Sing Pickle Be Praised.
I'm gonna put it on my tombstone.
Freaking Shannon reference.
Yeah, we had to get our Shannon reference in. It's true. But all right, guys. Alex, tell the folks where they can find you, all your works, your podcasts. Like give them the phone book, baby.
You can find me on Twitter at DrunkScribe. You can find my show, Critically Stupid, on Twitter at Drunk... nope, that's not my
Not a
handle.
Drunk
You can
Scribe.
find... Fuck me!
Close.
You can find my show, Critically Stupid, on Twitter at CritStupid. If you tweet at us, you might end up as an NPC on our show. You can also find us on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook, maybe, at the same handle, at CritStupid. Check us out. We're funny sometimes.
Funny.
That's an endorsement, baby. Dina, where can the folks find you?
You You can find me on Twitter at. Oh, I forgot.
Yes.
Bro,
It's
there's
at
no way.
Dinosaurus D. That's D like D's nuts.
Good job, Dina.
Thanks.
And
Okay.
producer
So,
Sean, what?
Dina, where can the folks find Daniel?
Dan.
No, go ahead.
www.
Oh, Dumps for Dank.
Shop.
Dumps for Dank.
Dot
That is my
store.
website. That is my web.
That's www.dumpsfordank. That's DUMPS, the number 4 DANQ.com.
Yeah, you can look that up.
Feel
That's a
free
real
to
website,
purchase
Alex.
a
That's a real
vomit
website.
copy of Nothing Special.
Yes.
500 bones.
500.
The vomit special
$500.
edition.
I'll throw up on it for you.
She will. I've seen her do it. But yeah, we're super excited about that. And producer Sean, where can the folks find you?
You can find me on Twitter at ShaySoldu.
And what you having for dinner tonight, bud?
We're ordering in from Doghouse. Not a sponsor.
Ooh, let's go.
Which could be. And speaking of, you know what? Let's not even go that far. I heard Critically Stupid has a, well, by now this will have been old news, but got themselves a little sponsor. You want to give them a little shout out, bud?
Yes, thank you to Libris Arcana for sponsoring Critically Stupid. You have made a devilishly poor decision, and I cannot wait to get that contract interrupted about 2.5 weeks into it, baby.
Yes, sir. Let's go. Get those dice. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining us. We're going to be back again next week. Jazz hands.
Don't Make It Weird, hosted by Daniel Quigley and Dinosaurus. Produced and edited by me, Sean Holden. Theme music by Amaria. You can find the video version of this show on our YouTube channel or the audio-only version wherever you download your podcasts. If you enjoyed the show, please like and subscribe. It's free to you and it helps us out a ton. Have a message for Dina or Daniel? Leave us a voicemail at 347-69-WEIRD and we'll listen to it on a future episode. Thanks for making it weird with us, and we'll see you next time.